Welcome to Folklorista's Corner, the ultimate place for folkloristas to grow confidence, become better dancers, and where we talk about everything folklorico. I'm your host, Carmen Flores, and today we're talking about how to learn choreography faster. Tip number 1, observe first. So when your instructor is going through the steps, just don't even follow along yet. Just watch every movement that they're doing. So you want to get the full picture, the whole idea, and understand what you're going to achieve at the end. Tip number 2, record yourself. So while you're at home, while you're at practice, when you're practicing the step, record yourself so then you automatically can see what you couldn't see either in a mirror, or if you don't have a mirror, you can make improvements. And it's crazy because sometimes you don't realize that you have your eyes closed, and then you look at the video and you're just like, wow, I did not realize I had my eyes closed. So just little things like that. And also, you could dissect each section. So you could look at your arm work, you could look at your leg work, footwork, zapateado, your faldeo. You could really dissect it piece by piece and understand where you're at, what needs to be improved. And it's just really cool to even see your progress. Tip number 3, watch different things at different times. So the first time your instructor is demoing the step or the sequence, you could just focus on the zapateado. And then the second time you could focus on the arm work, and then the third time the faldeo, etc. So by breaking down by sections, you could start grasping piece by piece the full sequence, because it's overwhelming if you try to do it all at once, unless you are at that capable ability. But if it takes you a little bit longer to learn things, try breaking it down. Following with breaking it down, this is also for instructors that are teaching whole method. So basically what this method is, it's a teaching method where you do step by step, so it's kind of building blocks of the overall goal. So you're not doing the whole sequence at once, you're breaking it down. So you would do just, again, zapateado first, and you do that until you have perfected it. Then you start to incorporate the arm work. So now you have the zapateado and the arm work. So you're breaking it down piece by piece and you're building blocks on top of it. Next tip is to learn the counts. So when you know the counts, you don't have to worry so much about what's going to come next, because you already know by the counts that, okay, after 16 counts of going in a circle, right, I know that we're going to start doing zapateado de tres, right? So by knowing the counts, you can focus more on just being in the moment and being a performer rather than, oh, what's going to happen next. Next up, imagery. So depending on the type of learner you are, and if you're still not grasping how to do a step, try putting a picture to it. So say you want to move your body gracefully, but you just can't really picture or understand, like, what do you mean by gracefully? Try thinking you want to move as if you are like waves, for instance. By using imagery, we are using our own words and our own terms, and that helps keep that sequence or that step into our long-term memory, because we are being active learners by trying to figure out, okay, how do I describe this step? And then once you perform that step, you're more likely to achieve the desired outcome. Next one. You can be a specialist in a type of dance genre, but it's good to take multiple dance classes, and not just random dance classes, but try to take dance classes that will help with your specialization in a particular dance genre. So I believe all dancers should take ballet and contemporary as basic building blocks. It doesn't matter if you're more of a hip-hop dancer or a lyrical dancer or a folklorista, right? We still need the basic foundations in order to really accomplish our goals as whatever specialization we are in. And it's just overall, your movements are gonna look cleaner and crisper, and you're just gonna be feeling more confident because you're gonna know what you're doing. Of course, just gotta keep practicing, but you want to practice correctly. So you want to know the steps, you want to know the names, the terminology, the counts, and just keep practicing and practicing. If you mess up, hey, that's the whole point of practice, is so you could perfect your craft. It's okay, that's part of the journey. And last tip is to review right before bed. So reviewing before bed helps keep whatever you want to review stay in your longer term memory, because your brain at the end of the day is just going to remember that. Like, you're not really going to remember what you did in the morning, like depending on what time you go to bed, because like all these hours that pass by, right? So let's start reviewing before bed so it stays in our mind and in our long-term memory, because that's ultimately the goal. We want it to stay in our long-term memory, not our short-term memory, because short-term memory is when it's more like memorization and we tend to forget it, versus long-term memory where it'll be a few days but we'll still remember it. So we want to always try to focus more on retaining things in our long-term memory. So far in this video, I walked you through some strategies on how to pick up choreography faster. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you plan on using, or if you have any tips as well, share it with us so we could all learn something new. Now, if you're a new folklorista, I want to help you on your folklorico journey. As you wait for next week's video, go ahead and check these two out. I know they'll bring you value. Thank you for watching, keep dancing, and good luck on your folklorico journey. Adios.